Hey guys, it's Dion Joseph here at South Bay Hyundai again, and I'm super excited to have you guys join us here today. Today I have something really special. We're gonna go on a drive in our new 2024 Ioniq 5 Limited. I'm excited to have you guys. I know the Ioniq 5 is excited to have you guys. So let's take it on a drive. So excited that you guys are joining me today on this beautiful drive. We are driving again our 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 5 Limited. I have a really big treat for you guys. So right now I'm gonna be driving in normal mode. Basically normal mode is gonna feel very smooth. It's gonna feel very light, very comfortable. See, it's a beautiful evening right now. A little bit of traffic, but nothing to worry about, of course. And while I'm waiting to go, I hope you guys notice I do have my blinker on, and with my blinker on, it actually shows me my curbside view in my center cluster. And this camera actually stays on as long as you have your blinker on. So here we go. Also, what I do have in front of me is my heads-up display. So I'm actually able to see my speed limit. It's actually letting me know that there was a car to my left at the corner. The car was coming a little too close. But if you don't have the option to look at the heads-up display in the car, you can also look at it from the side mirror. There's gonna be like a triangle shape that's gonna be on the side mirror. It's gonna flash red for you, letting you know that there's a car in your blind spot. So that's what we call our blind spot detection. One thing to keep in mind in this drive is it is an electric vehicle, so it is gonna have our regenerative braking. Right now I have the car set on level 3, so there's gonna be some type of braking going on as I take my foot off of the gas. You're gonna have different levels. You're gonna have level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, and then our infamous I pedal, which makes it our one pedal drive, which you guys will actually get to see and experience with me along this drive. The Ioniq 5 honestly is my favorite EV vehicle on the market. It really is. It comes with so much amazing features that come to the car. It's a beautiful look, as you guys can see in the interior. We're in our gray interior. So to me, it makes me feel like I'm very clean. Very clean, makes me feel happy to drive this car. I feel comfortable, I feel relaxed. This car is everything. In the meantime, while we're at a stop, let me go ahead and turn on my seat warmers, because you know it is the middle of November. It does get a little cold over here. If you're someone that likes cooling seats, you also get that in this vehicle as well. I also turned on my steering wheel warmer. Keep my hands nice and warm. Like I said, right now I am on level 3 for my regenerative braking, so as I take my foot off the gas, it does help assist me in slowing the car down. Nothing too aggressive, nothing too drastic. Still keeps the car on a nice, smooth drive. Doesn't matter what mode you are in. Again, we are in normal mode. Go ahead and get over in this lane. I also have a really good treat for you guys as well. You guys are gonna also experience our lane follow assist that comes in this vehicle. It's one of the most accurate and persistent feature of this car. This is actually my favorite part of the car. It'll actually take us to the perfect street to actually test it out. And as we turn onto this street, I'm gonna go ahead and change the mode. The next mode that it's gonna be on will be our sport mode. You guys can get a little feel of that. You get to feel how smooth it is with the takeoff, but it's very responsive. It's like the car is so excited. It's like It's like Santa just dropped off your gift and you just can't wait to open it. The car actually just goes straight to opening up the gift for you. It's awesome. There we go, my curbside view again in the center of my cluster. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and change the mode. So right now I have us in sport mode. If you ever are wondering how to change the mode in the vehicle, it's gonna be right here at the bottom left corner of the steering wheel. It's gonna actually say drive mode for you. And when you pass this light, I'll go ahead and let you guys get a good feel of the car. Take advantage of the features as well. If you notice, as I change my mode, it changes the color of the cluster. So since we're in sport, it has it in red. It's gonna have the red outline around it. It's gonna have the red numbers for our speed. And of course, it's gonna let you know it says sport. I'm excited for this one, guys. I know you guys are too. All right, guys, I'm about to take off. Hope your seatbelts are on tight. Let's experience it. You guys notice how quiet that was? Super quiet, but very responsive at the same time. That's what I like about this car. And the steering is still very smooth. I know some cars normally like to tense up when you change it into the sport mode if the car offers it. This car, the steering wheel still stays pretty responsive, pretty smooth, very flexible. And then while we're doing this, I'm gonna show you guys that you can change the level of the regenerative braking no matter what mode you're in. So right now I have us on our I pedal, and you also will see we're gonna do our lane follow assist. So brace yourself, I'm gonna show you guys something super cool. I just wanna make sure the car can register the lanes, which it does, and how you know is because it has the green. And look at that. It's amazing, right? Of course, you still want to be a responsible driver, so I'll always keep my hand close to it. However, if you ever get too comfortable and leave your hands off of the steering wheel, the car will give you two different warnings. It'll signal to the right side of the cluster for you to put your hands back on the steering wheel, and it'll be very sweet to you. It'll be very polite. And then if you still don't get the message, then it's going to flash red for you. It's going to make a little beep sound for you. It's going to do about 2 or 3 beeps. And then I'm going to take you guys over on a very unique route, and I'm going to go ahead and change the mode again. So again, this was our sport mode. So any fast drivers out there, this is the mode that you want. So now we are in our eco mode. So eco mode to me is the most important mode of this vehicle. This one is going to be the smoothest drive that you will have. It's going to be very smooth. It'll still be just as responsive as if any other mode. However, this is going to really save you the most energy in your car. If you guys see here, it's letting me know there was a car that was in my blind spot. He seemed to be a little too close. And we're gonna go ahead and make a right over here. And again, I am on I pedal. So right now I just took my foot off the brake. And that one pedal drive pretty much brings the car to a complete stop. And I'm gonna take us through this residential area. I want you guys to experience how smooth it is for us to do our 3-point turns and to do our U-turns. No one walking, awesome. It's such a cool car, guys. This car is amazing. Hyundai really did their thing here. You guys will also have another safety feature. It's going to be your lane keep assist. This symbol in your cluster is going to be at the top right of the car. It's going to look like there's a little small car in the center of 2 lanes. What this one does for you is if you're ever driving and you tend to go over the lines, what it'll do is it'll register it and it's going to flash for you and give you a very gentle vibration, letting you know like, hey, you got to get back in your lane. If you really want to see those functions work together, I encourage you guys, go on a really safe road where the lines are very defined and it's very clear for the car to actually register it. And then test out your lane follow assist. And then of course, if your lane follow assist tends to ride the lane, you have your lane keep assist. It's gonna let you know, hey, we gotta get our stuff together. All right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and lower the level of the I pedal. So again, we're gonna go down to level 3 and then I'm gonna bring it down to level 2. To be very clear, the lower you have the level of the regenerative braking, the smoother the car will feel for you. So right now I have it on level 2. Here we go. Make sure we come to a complete stop. You never know, there might be somebody sitting there that wants to take a beautiful picture of your brand new 2024 Ioniq 5 Limited. So you got to give them a chance to take pictures. Also, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people that are watching this right now. A lot of people's favorite colors in these electric vehicles are purple. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the color of the inside of the car when it's safe for us to do so. This is gonna be labeled our ambient lighting. It's gonna be really cool. You have different modes. You have link to drive mode. So anytime I change the mode of the vehicle, the interior colors of the lights will actually turn to that same color. Or you can have it be more independent and you can do custom colors. A lot of people like purple, pink, blue, red in this car. Take advantage of it, guys. And again, right now we're in our eco mode. I also want to show you guys our snow mode. This is going to be one of our 4 modes in this car. I'm going to go ahead and make it right over here. Awesome. Let's get in this left lane. Let us know in the comments as well too, guys. What do you think about the interior so far? If you guys have any questions having to do with the colors, the different trim levels of the cars, please ask us in the comment. We'll go ahead and get that answer for you guys. Again, for anyone just watching us right now, we're in the 2024 Ioniq 5 Limited. And I'm going to change to snow mode. So they're changing in snow mode for anyone that has an Ioniq 5 and you live out somewhere in the snow. You're simply going to hold the drive mode button and that will put you in your snow mode. Now this one, being in this mode, it does feel pretty smooth. It does feel like to me that the steering wheel became a little bit stronger. So I assume anyone that lives in the snow, this will help really good with your traction. Overall, it's still a very smooth drive. Very smooth and very comfortable. in my heads-up display and also on my cluster, it was letting me know that the gentleman that's driving next to me was a little bit too close to my back right. So I really do appreciate the awareness and attention that this car actually keeps. I'm gonna go ahead and make a left over here at this light. And I think this is the first time you guys have seen me put on my left blinker, right? So we're gonna actually have that side view cluster. And let me go ahead, as I promised, let me go ahead and change the color. You're gonna go to setup, go to vehicle. You're gonna scroll all the way down to lights. Then you go to ambient light. And my favorite color is blue, but this is not about me today, it's about you guys. So let me go ahead and put you on a color that looks beautiful with the car. Now to see where this color change happens, it's going to be wrapped around your speakers. It's going to be in the door handles of the vehicle, both in the front of the car and the back of the car. It looks amazing at night. Looks amazing. And don't mind me guys, I'm pressing buttons so you guys can see a little bit of what comes with the car. Right now this is our climate button. This allows you to see what's going on here, and it's also touchscreen. So if you're an independent driver, you never have passengers in the car with you, and you want to save some fuel, save some energy with this car, you can put it on driver only. That way the air conditioning or the heater, whatever you have on, will come out strictly from your vent. You also have sync as well. So if you're someone like me who's always hot, and my mother is always cold and she's in the passenger seat, I can take it off of sync mode. She can make the car go as warm as possible on her side, and then I can do whatever I want to do on my side. But you never know. Maybe my mom lost a bet, so she has to deal with whatever temperature I'm comfortable with. You go ahead and put it on sync, and whatever I control the temperature of the car to be, that's what the whole car does. Gives you some type of peace of mind. You know, safety driving is most important, so I'm going to turn into this first lane. And I have a lot of people normally ask me questions of how does the car register when I'm in lane follow assist. There's actually a front camera in the front of the car, right in the grill area. And then there's also a sensor that's right up here in this box that actually helps measure out and study the lanes. And that's how it knows if there's a pedestrian in front of you, if there's a car in front of you, if it needs help braking for collision avoidance, your lane follow assist, anything you can think of as far as the car, that's what that does. Those are basically the eyes and ears for the car. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this back on the highest level for the regenerative braking. I'm going to put it on I pedal. And it'll also let you know too. It'll let you know if it can or it can't based off of how you're driving. So if you're someone like me where we're pretty much at a complete stop and you want to change your levels for the regenerative braking, it may not allow you unless you're moving. Let me go ahead and give you guys another look at our screen. Show you what our navigation menu looks like. So of course you can save any addresses that's most important to you. Your home, work, and your 3 favorites. It could be Chuck E. Cheese, it could be Starbucks, it could be South Bay Hyundai. You can save those there. And then that section where it says nearby POIs, that's going to let you know where any banks are, any police stations, any grocery stores, name it, it's going to have it right there for you. Again, guys, we were just in our snow mode. I want to show you guys a couple more things. So right now, guys, I'm back in my eco mode. And like I said earlier, I'm going to show you guys our U-turns. So I'm going to go ahead and take us into an area that is safe for us to do so. And the road that I'm on actually right now, it's actually not the smoothest road. It's not the most even road out there. But the car does a really great job of keeping me comfortable. Alright. I'm going to take us off this main road right quick so we can go ahead and do our U-turn. And then if you focus on how smooth it looks as the wheel is turning while I do this U-turn, as smooth as it looks is exactly how it feels. So, let's do it. Smooth, quiet, light, and quick. Just how I like this car. And if you guys are wondering what level I am with my regenerative braking, I'm currently on level 1. Just because I want to keep this a really smooth drive. I want the car to feel light while I'm driving it. One of the really cool benefits of our regenerative braking is the higher the level is, it actually helps you get more of a range out of your car. Most people who are used to EV vehicles and appreciate this a lot. If you're new to it, it will take some time for you to get used to. I'd say give it about a week of using the high levels of your regenerative braking and you'll fall in love with it instantly. Wait for these cars to go by. Awesome. What do you know? Another Ioniq 5 just passing us. And watch how smooth it is when we turn back into our beautiful home. Alright, and then this is going to be the best part of this car. So again, we are in a limited, so you guys are going to actually experience with us the extra cameras that come with this car. You have 2 different ways of getting to this camera. You can either just press the camera button right here. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. These are the different perspectives you have. You have this regular reverse one. And you're going to have, oh, this is for the front of the car, actually. I'm sorry, because we are in drive. So when you're in drive, you're going to get the same cameras as you would for the back. So right here is going to show us our steering. You're going to have that front camera, so you can see that car right in front of us. And look how clear the camera is, guys. That's amazing. You're also going to get our curbside view. That's going to be the right of the car, and that's going to be the left of the car. You're also going to get this really cool camera as well. Get a 360. This is our car that we're in right now. You can use this when you're parking. You can use it if you want to check the spacing. And then if not, you also have the split screen as well. And let me go ahead and put this in reverse for us. You see you're gonna have the same options. You're gonna have your curbside view for the back of the car. This one lets you know how far or close you are to what's behind you. But in this case, I'm gonna keep it to this normal one and watch how it works. And I have a lot of people that are always so nervous to park this car or feel like they struggle at parking straight. Getting the limited trim level, you're actually able to get the car to help park the car for you. There's actually a button on the remote where it'll actually help park the car for you. And from the outside of the car, you'll actually see it actually straightening itself out. And anyone that's doubting my parking, let me go ahead and show you guys. I think I did a great job. Isn't that awesome, guys? If you need to see how much space, you can go ahead and zoom in. You can zoom out. And if you're done with that camera, you can turn it right back off. This is awesome. Thank you guys for joining me today. You guys have any questions, go ahead and put your questions down in the comment section and we will answer it as soon as possible. Have a wonderful day.